For the second year in a row, the Ball State Cardinals are bowl eligible. After a win over the weekend, the team made the trip out to West Point, New York to take on the Black Knights of Army. Ball State took the lead in the first quarter and never looked back. The final score of the game was Ball State 30 to Army 20. Ball State has now defeated Army 2 years in a row. Key players of the game included sophomore halfback Juwan Edwards, who rushed for 148 yards and 1 touchdown. Edwards has now surpassed 100 yards rushing 4 times this season and 6 times in his career. All right, good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to NewsLink Sports. I'm Zach Huffman, and let's get tonight started off with high school football. The IHSAA held their 40th annual tournament pairings announcement last night to prepare for this year's football postseason. The biggest matchup in the first round comes when defending 5A state champions and current #1 in the state will take on conference rival Warren Central. Now, some local matchups consist of Greenfield Central at Muncie Central, Delta at Frankfort, and Muncie Southside at Pendleton Heights. Postseason play will kick off next Friday, October 19th at 7:30 p.m.
So many different players on these teams that could go off at any moment. So who are your players to watch in this ballgame?
For Akron, it's simple. Rachel Tecca, she is the MAC Player of the Year, and on top of that averages 19 points a game, and from inside the arc, 54% shooting average. That's very good statistics for her, and you know, she is a very key player. If Ball State can shut her down, then Ball State's going to have a little advantage in the game. For Ball State, though, I'm going to go with Brandy Woody. Brandy may not be statistically the best player on the court for Ball State, but she coaches the team from the court, and it's very plain to see that she is a leader, and she's only a junior, which is the best thing.
Go out and play like we've been playing all year and play at our best. Most teams peak around this time, and I definitely believe that we're one of the good teams that peak.
They're going to play fast. They're an offensive-first basketball team, and it's going to be interesting because there's a contrast of styles tomorrow. You got a team that wants to win by playing offense. In Akron, you got a team that wants to win by playing defense in Ball State. And we'll hope that the old coach speak plays out and defense wins games. And if we can rebound the ball better than we did at their place, then hopefully rebounds leads to us playing for a championship.
Daniel and Tina, the subject of abortion is a hot topic in any setting, but it was the comments made by Richard Murdoch in last night's Senate debate that may not only affect the race here in Indiana, but Mitt Romney's race for the White House. And with 12 days left to Election Day, that is bad news for Republicans.
The night ended just like it began, with cheers and passion. Candidates for Senate Richard Murdoch, Joe Donnelly, and Andrew Horning faced off on a range of topics from debt and farming to gun control and Social Security. But it was Richard Murdoch's comments on women's rights to an abortion that now has people talking across the nation.
Even when life begins in that horrible situation of rape, that it is something that God intended to happen.
After the debate, a reporter asked Murdoch to clarify what he said.
What I said was, in answering the question from my position of faith, I said that I believe God creates life.
Murdoch's statements has earned him a top spot on the national news cycle, and it has caught the attention of Hoosier voters.
And if that's really what he thinks, then I guess to each his own, but it seems like something that, you know, politics.
It's rape. It's still rape. You still were wrongly pursued. That's not good. You shouldn't have to have that baby. That's miserable.
I wouldn't say that's a gift or anything. Like, that happened to the mom, and that's not a good thing, so it should be her decision.
Just 2 days ago, Republican candidate Mitt Romney started a commercial campaigning for Murdoch, who is now causing even the Romney campaign to take a step back.
Republican presidential candidate Mitt Romney, who endorsed Murdoch just a few days ago, says he does disagree with Murdoch's comments in the case of abortion with rape and incest. But Romney's spokesperson says Romney still does support Murdoch in his race for the Indiana Senate, though Romney himself has not commented. In the newsroom, Cameron Riddle, NewsLink, Indiana.